Because people ask this, should I consider using resistance bands for training at home? If you're working with a professional and they use resistance bands, they're doing it for a specific reason. I would entrust that they know the application of that. So we'll leave that where it stands. If you're a fitness professional, you know what you're doing with that. If you're a home user and you're on a budget or you're on a time constraint or whatever it is, and you want to start getting fitness safely as best you possibly can, and resistance bands, obviously there's a huge market for them on Amazon and everywhere else, and you can grab a hold of them and it creates resistance, just like it says. And you can go through some basic movement patterns. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's some limitations in it. Your expectations should be set early on. You're not going to turn into the person that you see on the label that's selling those resistance bands generally. It's not how that works. If you're home and you have nothing equipment-wise, again, we'll go back to the gravity concept. Push, pull, press, and squat. And if that's just in the world, right, standing out in your living room and going through proper squats and learning how to do that, to go through full hip function, knee flexion, make sure everything's happening appropriately, you have a neutral spine, that has a huge benefit. Pulling motions, pressing motions, right? Like these are ubiquitous in everything you're doing all day long. Grabbing a band and doing arm curls or some, bodybuilding type of, it's not going to be as beneficial for you. If you're home alone and you want to start with the gross motor patterns. Push, pull, press, and squat. These are the derivatives for everything else. If you don't know how to do those well, just with your body in space, even when we come to the gym, that's what we start with. And then we move on to the weights and all the cool little derivatives of the bands and everything else and all the fancy stuff that's around us. But all of this stuff drives off of that base. Push, pull, press, and squat. Got to do it well, and you got to do it often.